14. Temperance. Samek, transliterated as a soft C or S, value 60, means tent peg or prop. It is what makes a tent secure, and thus corresponds to what would now be suggested to us by the foundation of a house. It is therefore the letter symbol of that which is the basis or support of our house of life. It is that which sustains, preserves, and maintains our personal existence. Wrath is the quality associated with Samek, but this is a blind. The literal meaning of the original Hebrew noun is quivering or vibration. A similar blind is found in the use of the green noun thumos, also translated wrath, in the New Testament. The Hebrew word is resh vav gimel zain, and its number is 216, the value of resh aleph yod he. Sight, the function attributed to key 4, the emperor. 216 is also the value of Aleph Resh Yod He, lion, the name of the zodiacal sign associated with the tarot picture of strength, and the value of Gebura, Gimel Beth Vav Resh He. Gebura, severity, the name of the strength aspect of the number 5. The numerical correspondence of these Hebrew words indicates a basic identity of meaning. Vibration is the fundamental nature of the fiery power which makes sight possible, and that same power is the source of all our strength. Furthermore, when translated into tarot pictures, the word Resh, Vav, Gimel, Zain becomes the sequence: the sun, the Hierophant, the High Priestess, the lovers. Lay these keys on a table and study them. You will get intimations as to the real meaning of the vibratory force which would otherwise escape you. Note that the first letter corresponds to the sun, the setter. Note that the first letter corresponds to the sun, the second to the sign Taurus, ruled by Venus, the third to the moon, and the last to Gemini, ruled by Mercury. Add the numbers of those tarot trumps. The result is 32. As there is no tarot key bearing this number, add the digits, and the result, 5, is the number of the Hierophant. This too is the number resulting from the reduction of 14, the number of temperance. The idea is that vibration is the basis of manifestation, and that all vibration is essentially like sound, the mode of vibration which is particularly associated with the Hierophant. Vibration is fluctuating motion, undulation, pulsation, alternation. It takes wave forms. West above, the direction assigned to Samek, corresponds to the upper boundary of the western face of the cube of space. This is the line of junction between west, key 10, the Wheel of Fortune, and above, key 1, the Magician. Here is indicated the combination of the idea of cycles and rotation with that of concentration and attentive observation of experience. We shall find this developed in the picture of temperance. Sagittarius the Archer is a fiery common sign, ruled by Jupiter, key 10, the Wheel of Fortune. It governs the thighs and hips, which support the weight of the body in standing and sitting. The color correspondence is blue. The musical tone is G sharp, or A flat. Tentative intelligence, or intelligence of probation or trial, indicates a mode of consciousness wherein experience becomes the test of ideas. It is the kind of consciousness which puts theory to the test of practical application, which makes experiments to verify hypotheses, which does laboratory work. All such work consists in the examination and modification of various modes of vibration. Temperance, in the day when tarot was invented, meant tempering or modifying. It therefore suggests adaptation. Here note that the digit value of 14 is 5, and 5 means adaptation. Adaptation is the basis of all practical work in Hermetic science. The Emerald Tablet says, "As all things are from one, so all things have their birth from this one thing by adaptation." Hermetic scientists endeavor to imitate nature, and adaptation is their method. To adapt is to equalize, to adjust, to coordinate, to equilibrate. Therefore it is written, equilibrium is the basis of the great work. Over the head of the angel in the BOTA version of Key 14 is a rainbow. This is a direct reference to Sagittarius because the Hebrew name for this sign is Kof, Shin, Teth, Keshef, the bow. This is also the, quote, bow of promise, end quote. In the Rider-Waite pack, Dr. Waite, with characteristic fondness for being mysterious, substituted for the rainbow iris flowers, in reference to Iris, Greek goddess of the rainbow. Behind this rainbow symbolism are recondite Kabbalistic meanings upon which it would be unprofitable to enlarge in this elementary text. Take what is written here as a signpost. If you wish to go further, consider its meaning. You might also look up Iris in a good dictionary of mythology. At the bottom of the picture is a pool, corresponding to the 9th Hebrew Sephirah, Yesod, which is the seat of the automatic consciousness, or vital soul, in man. On the Tree of Life, the path corresponding to Key 14 connects the 6th Sephirah, Tifereth, at the center of the tree, to Yesod, and thus the pool at the bottom of the picture is an occult reference to what Kabbalists have in mind when they call Yesod the sphere of the moon. The path rising from the pool appears again in Key 18, and will be more fully explained in connection with that card. Observe it rises over rolling ground, and thus imitates the wave motion which is characteristic of all forms of vibration. At the upper end of the path is a crown. It signifies attainment, mastery, and like ideas. It has also a reference to the esoteric meanings of the number 1, which Kabbalists call the crown. The end of the path of attainment is the realization of the crown of perfect union with the primal will. The twin peaks on either side of the path under the crown are wisdom, the 2nd Sephirah, and understanding, the 3rd. The angel is Michael, archangel of fire, angel of the sun, and ruler of the south, Key 19, the sun. Michael is also specially connected with Tifereth on the Tree of Life. The solar symbol on his head establishes his identity, as does his yellow hair, and the rays streaming from it. The fact that Sagittarius is a fiery sign carries the correspondence still further. So do the fiery wings of the angel. His white robe represents purity and wisdom. At the neck are written in Hebrew characters the letters of the Tetragrammaton, Yod-He-Vav-He. Below the letters is a golden star with 7 points. This has special reference to skill, because to make such a star, a circle must be divided into 7 equal parts. There is no exact mathematical formula for this. Thus, the division must be made by trial and error. Here we have the underlying idea of the intelligence of probation or trial. The 7 points of the star symbolize the 7 spirits of God, or aspects of the divine life. They correspond also to the 7 sacred planets, the 7 alchemical metals, and the 7 chakras of the yogis. 1 foot of the angel rests on water, symbol of the cosmic mind stuff. The other is on land, symbol of concrete physical manifestation. In the Rider pack, the angel pours water from the cup in his left hand to that in his right. The cups are of gold, to symbolize the idea that all forms of life expression have radiant energy for their basic substance. The upper cup is self-consciousness, corresponding to the man in Key 6, the lovers. The other cup is subconsciousness, corresponding to the woman in the same picture. The stream of water, mind stuff, vibrates between them. Furthermore, actions and reaction are intimated, for when the lower cup is filled, he will reverse the position of the cups, and that which is now above will become that which is below. In the BOTA version, the symbolism is slightly different, and is based on the esoteric tarot, which has never been published in its entirety. The angel stands between a lion and an eagle. The lion is, in the colored keys, a dark earthy brown, like the body of the devil in key 15, because he is a symbol of that same devil, in the guise of a lion, seeking whom he may devour. Yet this is also a symbol of fire, and because Aleph, Resh, Yod, Hey, Ariya, the lion, has the same numeration as Gimel, Beth, Vav, Resh, Hey, Gebura, strength, the lion is a symbol for the Mars force concentrated in Gebura. This force is exalted in the sign Capricorn, and when the tarot is placed on the Tree of Life, key 14 stands between the paths of Capricorn and Scorpio. Thus, the composition of this version of key 14 is a reference to the place of the key on the Tree of Life, for the eagle on the other side of the picture is a symbol for the watery sign Scorpio. Upon the fiery lion, the angel pours water. From the torch in his left hand, 5 flames, shaped like the letter Yod, fall on the head of the eagle, and a 6th flame rises. Water on fire, and fire on water, or the action and reaction of opposites, is thus shown. And this carries out the general idea of tempering or modifying indicated by the title of the key. The angel is the real I am, or ego, of the entire human race, having its seat in Tifereth, the 6th Sephira. He is shown adapting and modifying the personal stream of psychic energy in the actions and reactions of the self-conscious and subconscious aspects of human personality. The practical import of the picture is this: we do nothing of ourselves. The holy guardian angel makes all the tests and trials which lead us along the path of attainment. Know this, but act as if you were making the tests yourself. The only correction necessary is the intellectual correction. For practical purposes, the wise man acts just as if he were doing things on his own. He knows better. That's all. In your practice, shoot at some definite mark. Quit accepting theories and statements, no matter how plausible they may be, until you have tested them out in actual practice. The purpose of ageless wisdom is to get you to try, not to persuade you to accept. Thus it is written, quote, "The only failure is failure to try," end quote. By trial, you will soon realize that the real working power which makes the experiments is something higher than your personality. It is the angel, on whose robe is written the identifying name of that which was, and is, and shall be. Finally, all your experiments will be in equalization, in the coordination of vibratory activities. There is nothing in the cosmos but vibration, and all forms of vibration may be modified and managed by mental control.